everyone, Lee here. Today we got a 2007 Kenworth Paccar with a Caterpillar engine. It's a tow-in. Apparently another shop had it for the last couple weeks. They couldn't figure it out, and I was told it started and would immediately shut down after a minute. I couldn't even get the thing to start, so I hook up the gel test software, and it's got a cascade of codes, all electrical related, all which will cause a shutdown. So first thing I'm curious about is what kind of condition our batteries are in and terminations and everything, and you can clearly see we've got some leakage and severe oxidation. So could be something as simple as batteries. Take special note of that connection right there. That is not really good. I like to see clean copper where copper should be, and you know, at least use heat shrink or electrical tape to weatherproof the connection. So we're going to go ahead and replace the batteries as a starting point on this. I'm very confident this is going to be a pure electrical, you know, troubleshooting procedure. Okay, it's a new day. We're back on the Kenworth with the Caterpillar that shuts down after a minute forcibly. And one of the things that I'm seeing now that I've cleared all the codes and got rid of all the voltage related issues with the battery change, I'm noticing we've got a coolant level code. Now you can see right here they've got a couple of spade connectors on our coolant sensor. I'm going to validate that that sensor is good, and because that will assuredly shut this truck down. The other thing is we've got DPF number 1, soot level high. Now both of these codes are severity level high, so they will indeed force a shutdown. Now my game plan is to get the coolant code out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and we'll reset all the DPF data and try to trick this thing into believing we've just replaced the DPF, and that way we can do a forced regen on it and burn it out. So that's the game plan at this point, and hopefully that works. Alright, I've soldered up our coolant level sensor harness and taped it up. And for those of you who do not solder, I recommend learning. I'll probably make a video in the near future on how I solder wires together. There's a few different techniques I use. This is the torch I recommend. It's a Burns-O-Matic. There's a lot of them out there. There's pen styles that are more like a soldering iron rather than a gun handle, but this thing lasts quite a while and it gets the job done real nice. Okay, there's our Kenworth over there doing a regen now. I'm staying back 100 foot because it's loud. So bottom line is I addressed the coolant level sensor issue, so that was parameterized to shut down immediately. Once that sensor was addressed, next I addressed the DPF soot load by forcing a regen on it. It failed the first time, so if you fail the first time, just give it another shot, man. At some point, you know, you just want to keep cooking that DPF, and eventually, hopefully, you'll get the system stable, and all your lights will disappear. So that's what we're hoping for right now. Okay, I just heard it idle down. Go check and see what how our regen came out. Woo-wee! What a day. truck, our software here. Regenerate success right there. All right, baby. That's what we want to see right there. Finish the job. Now, it's important to point out that, okay, on our dash, no more lights. One thing I have to add is that this job required me to use several different software packages. Right now I'm in Caterpillar Electronic Technician 2011B version 1. That's what enabled me to do the force regen. I also used the gel test software as well as JPro and troubleshooting this truck. So long story short, first thing that happened was we had a coolant level coolant level sensor, which was only wired in using spade connectors with bad crimps. That was causing high resistance in that circuit and causing our parameter, which was set to force shutdown and low coolant level, to shut the engine off. Right? Next, you had your regen inhibit switch in a stop position, and they just kept driving this truck until the soot load built up so high that, you know, you had a second source of shutdown. You know, so you had the coolant level sensor and the DPF soot load, both high severity levels, both causing this thing to shut down. I don't know why the other shop, they had this thing for 2 weeks, couldn't figure out what was going on with it, but it took me about 4 hours total to figure this out and get the truck in a stable running condition. So I'm going to sign off for today because it's just about time to go home. All right, thanks for watching.